What's going on, everybody? It's Gwiz, and today I'm going to be talking about the factors of editing in Fortnite, how to get better at editing as a whole, and the things that you can do, as well as the things that will hurt your editing speed. And yeah, let's get right into it. So the first thing I actually covered in my last video is timer resolution, which is super easy to install. If you guys don't already have it, make sure you check out my my video that I just posted before this. Get this is a real quick thing to help your edit speed. It cuts your input delay in half, and so it's a lot easier to edit at quicker speeds. So that's the first tip. So next thing we're talking about, as you guys saw, is FPS, and FPS is pretty much the frames per second, so how smooth your game runs. I'll give you a quick example right here. So right now you can see I'm at 160 FPS. The game looks super smooth, like editing, everything's super smooth. I'm gonna go ahead and cap it at 30 FPS, or I'll do 60 because most console players play at 60, and you can see how much choppier it looks, how like different it looks, right? Like you can see it's like it's not looking good, right? It's super choppy, super like, I don't know, it just not look good. So FPS is important because with worse FPS, as you can see, like how it just was, you're not gonna have like as much control. It's not gonna look as clean. It's not going to feel as nice, and smooth FPS is really important to edit fast. Now the problem with like having such high FPS as like PC players do is a lot of the Fortnite audience, actually most of Fortnite players, are on console. So if you're getting a steady 60 FPS, although it's not as good as a steady 160, it's not as bad. See, like FPS, as long as it's consistent and you can like start to control it, and it feels the same throughout the entire time you're playing, you should be good. So I'll give you an example right here. The person on screen right now is my good friend Shrill, and he usually has 240 FPS. He plays on PC, obviously, and his PC was having problems, and as you can see, it's dropping to like 30 to 1 to 60. Like, it's really, really bad. The jittering and the stuttering is really, really bad. See, like, that isn't good, but if you were having a steady, like, 60, like as in console, it wouldn't be as bad as you're seeing right now, because you would just be able to get used to it. It would be like that the entire time, and you wouldn't have those huge hitches that slow your game down. So as long as you're having a consistent FPS, if you're on console, if you're having consistent 60, that's perfect. If you're on PC, you're having consistent 144, a consistent 160, a consistent 240. That's perfect FPS for you. Like, obviously, I'm going to be able to edit smoother with 160 FPS because I'm on a PC rather than a console player. But if a console player is steady, like I said before, if it's a steady 60 FPS, they're not gonna like notice the hitches and the horrible things like what I just showed on screen, like the horrible hitches and the FPS drops and that. It won't be like that as long as it's a steady 60 FPS. So that isn't as bad as what I showed. But the higher FPS is obviously the better, and that's why a lot of the pros have a PC, because it's a better performing, a smoother FPS. And I'm going to show right now why it matters towards editing. So obviously, besides like just smoothness, if you don't have a steady FPS, you can't do like edits like this. Like, hold on, I'm going to show you an edit. Hold on, I'm going to build it real quick, and then I'll be right back. So I just built this little like easy thing to edit real quick. Like I said, it's not hard at all, but it kind of, like, it's a perfect example for how FPS drops can change and how FPS can, like, alter your editing speed. So, as you can see, I have a steady 160 FPS. That's why it made my HUD so big, so you guys can see. And as I go through this, my FPS is going to stay a steady 160, and that's what's going to make this so easy. So, go ahead and show you guys. So, as you guys can see, my FPS didn't really move at all. But I'm going to reset this and show you guys what it looks like on 30 FPS. Alright, so I just reset it. I'm going to go ahead and switch to, where is it, 30 FPS. So this is like horrible, right? Like, you see how choppy it is. But a lot of people sadly have to deal with this. So I'm going to show you guys how different it looks and how different it feels. And you guys can imagine probably how much harder it is to do it. So yeah, let me give it a try. As you see, I missed the edit back here, but like you can just see like how much worse that is, right? Like, just turning at a rapid speed like this. Like, look how choppy this looks, right? Like, compare that to like a 160 like I was at before, and you can just see how much better this is. And now this feels like a whole new game, right? So yeah, that just kind of goes to show how important FPS is to editing. And yeah, on to the next topic. So the next topic, as you guys just saw, is ping. So to show this, I'm going to load into a creative on my servers, which is East, and I get, like I said earlier, around like 5 to 15 ping. And I'm going to jump into a West server where I get around 50, 60 plus. And I'm going to show you guys how different it feels, how different it looks, and you guys will be able to tell how much harder / different it is to edit. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. So this is my East server. As you can see, like I'm around 11, 10, 10-ish ping. And I'm going to show you guys what it's like to edit on this, and then I'm going to go straight into the 60 ping. So yeah. So as you guys can see, like, pretty fast, right? Like, I'm gonna do a free build. Like, just, you know, like, it's smooth, it's easy, it's nice. Like, I'm not really missing any edits. So yeah, I'm not really missing any edits. It's not really like choppy. Not choppy, but it's not really like it's consistent. You know, like the edits are consistent. They're fast. And then yeah, I'm gonna go straight into the 60 ping right now. All right, so on West servers, as you can see, I'm at 60 ping. There you go, right here, NA West. And I'm going to show you guys how much different it is. I can already tell by pulling out my guns. But yeah, let's get into it. Alright, missing builds, missing edits. Here, I'll try again. Same stuff I was doing on East is a lot harder on West. So as you guys can see, it's a lot worse, it's a lot slower, it's a lot harder. Missing edits, you can't edit as fast, you can't really do anything. So obviously that's kind of drastic. Obviously, like, if you're on your right server, the highest your ping will be is probably like 40, depending where you live. But even then, it just goes to show how important your ping actually is. So yeah, I'm going to go straight into the next topic. So now for this topic, just practicing. So I'm in one of my favorite practice maps right now. If you guys went and saw one of my videos, one of my most recent videos, I show off the maps to help you edit faster. And this was one of them. And this practice map is just speed edits, hard edits, things that'll help you. And honestly, guys, this topic's probably the most important. You guys just need to practice. So, like, obviously, ping's important, FPS is important, timer resolution with no delay, like, obviously, all that's important, but practice is key. Like, all these fast editors that you see all over Twitter, all over Instagram, all over YouTube, they wouldn't be fast if they didn't go through and they didn't practice hours and hours a day to get better at it. You can't just be good because you have good ping. You can't just be good because you have good FPS. You have to put in 100% of the work, and you have to get better. So I'm going to do some edits for you guys and just get some practice in. So yeah. So as you guys can see, I just did that one, and yeah, I messed up a couple times, but for the most part, it was pretty consistent. And guys, you're gonna mess up when you're practicing like this. Just don't get discouraged. Like, a lot of people will get discouraged if they're not doing well. Like, obviously, like, people aren't just born being the fastest editors, right? As I said earlier, you have to put in your time, you have to put in your work. So if you mess up a couple times, then you just have to get right back on it like I did. So the last quick thing I want to talk about is just motivation and confidence. Obviously, you're not going to have the best ping ever. You're not going to have the best FPS ever. But if you drive and you motivate yourself and you stay confident, that'll make up for the things that you don't have. For example, like I don't have a 240 hertz monitor. I can't cap at 240 hertz. 240 FPS. My PC can handle it, but I just can't do it because I don't want to have screen tearing. Yes, I have good ping with like 10ish, but there are a lot of people that have zero ping. But I just set those aside, and I just think, all right, I don't care that I don't have the zero ping, that I don't have the 240 FPS. I'm just going to be the best I possibly can. And you guys, if you guys really put your mind to it, you guys can too. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please drop a like and comment down below what you want to see next. Don't forget to hit the sub button with the bell on for more informational videos like this, as well as montages. I do a bunch of different things. So yeah, drop a sub with the notification bell on. And if you guys want to support me extra, you can go in the item shop and use my supported creator code Gwiz. I'd greatly appreciate it. Like I said, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day or night, and I'll see you guys in the next one.